Hi, everybody. So this is day one of my 40-day Parasite Cleanse, and I'm a little excited and nervous. I am about a little more than halfway through the day. Had to run out the door this morning, so I didn't get to start with a video right away, but I do want to share about why I'm doing it and how I came to the decision. In the past, I've only done like a 10-day cleanse, and this is a 40-day program, so it's a little different for me. But I think having a bit of a background as to why is always helpful, and then I can always go back and look at it too, and you always see a difference in how people look and sound, and just knowing my why. So for me, I've had a rough couple of years. It was a couple of years ago that I finally bit the bullet and started getting treatment for Lyme disease. I had suspected for quite a while that I had it. My younger son Logan had been sick so long with it, and which is why I started this whole journey of going back to school for health coaching and relearning everything I knew about nutrition and partnering up with Purium Health products, which has been such a huge help to Logan. I suspected a couple years into his treatment that I had it. I had a lot of symptoms, the fatigue, the achiness, brain fog. I have a lot of pain, a lot of migrating pain, that type of thing. Sleep has always been an issue. I have the same gene mutation that Logan does. Obviously, I passed it to him. It seems like I did all this stuff for Logan to get him well. And I was tanking in a big way. So I knew that at some point I was going to have to really tackle that. But after watching him go through it, I was a little more than nervous. But I did do it. I did start treatment, and it actually was horrible, but better than I had expected. So just as I was starting to feel a little bit normal and coming out of that fog, this past October, I broke my ankle. And anybody that knows me through college and right after, this is not the first break. Really weak ankles and constant issues with them. So I was used to the injury, but it had been a long time, and it was really bad. Clearly, I'm in my 40s now, so it's a little different healing, and I was really struggling. And so I switched a bunch of things up, but in addition to that, being 45, I think I'm starting the whole menopause phase and hormonally. So if I've got this storm of getting over Lyme disease and Babesia and Bartonella, and then throwing in just getting back into working out and doing my thing and breaking my ankle, and that taking way longer than I thought it would to heal from, and then in addition to that, all this hormonal stuff. So it would be safe to say that probably around Christmas time, maybe a little after that, and it's June now, I started going through a bit of a mini depression. It would kind of go up and down. And part of that was the frustration of that my ankle, I was really struggling through PT and having tons of pain. That was really frustrating. So going through all of that, right around April or May, I had it. I just felt huge and bogged down, and I knew that my toxicity levels were super high because the gene mutation does not help out as far as flushing toxins. So I had a feeling that I had a lot of die-off from the tick infections, and that I needed to do something about it. My cravings for sugar were back. I was back on coffee because, to be honest, when I first broke my ankle, I was not sleeping, like pretty much at all, for weeks and weeks at a time. And then you just need to get through the day, and it just, everything I was doing wasn't cutting it. So I started drinking coffee, not every day, but I was definitely drinking coffee, which my body does not like long term. So the last 2 weeks, I've been starting to cut back on a lot of things, and the last week I completely gave up coffee, which was great. Couple of hard days with a headache, but you know, totally doable. So here I am. I decided to do the Parasite Cleanse for a couple of reasons. One, I know I've got die-off that I need to get out of here. Two, I know that I have candida, not as bad as I had before, but it's there, and I need to nip that in the bud. And three, I have a really super sluggish digestive system, and I need some help with that. So after reading through all of the cleanse information, it really made sense to do this one. So to kind of understand it, I'm going to share my screen and pull up this schedule. So 40 days seems like an eternity when you're thinking about something like this, and it definitely did for me, and I knew I needed to be really prepared for it and ready, and I totally am. So for 10 days, it's pretty much a flip-flop. Every 2 hours you're doing something, whether that be the super amino 23s, which are your form of protein, huge benefit in tightening skin, making sure you have no muscle wasting. I can't have that. I lost a lot of muscle with the broken ankle, and then with all the Lyme disease stuff prior to that. So I can't have that. And then you're having the Power Shake, which is super duper duper nutrient dense. I feel a huge difference when I just have one shake a day. The issue for me is that it's super detoxifying. So I feel that those detox symptoms right away when I have more than one shake a day. So I know that's coming. The cool thing is that the super cleanser and the biomedic help support and push things around, which my body doesn't do as much naturally, to flush out some of that toxin buildup that the shake's pulling. So all three of them are pulling toxins. The cool thing about the biomedic is at the same time it's healing my microbiome in my gut. So the biomedic is something that I take every day anyway, and the Power Shake is something that I do every day, at least once a day, and the aminos are something that I use at least once a day, regularly. So nothing really new there for me except the amount, because I'm doing a shake 3 times a day, doing the aminos 3 times a day, and I'm having more biomedic, and I'm adding in the super cleanser. So on mine, I'm also adding in the ionic elements because I've done a cleanse before, and I tend to have really, really achy legs. I tend to, when I'm racketing up those notches of, or ratcheting up the notches of toxin removal, it's like my body is like, whoa, 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 what are we doing? And it's almost like a reaction that I have. So to bring that down and make it not so horrible for myself, I'm going to put some of those minerals in with the ionic elements and give myself a little bit of a break. In addition, I'm going to continue on the CBD oil because it really helps with any pain that I have. I have some tissue damage from the babesia in a couple different spots in my body. So I also have arthritis. So the CBD makes a huge difference for me. And the bonus with that is that sometimes when you're doing a cleanse, regardless of what kind it is, you could have some headaches off and on. And what I've noticed already on this, and I'm only on day 1, but I haven't had a headache at all. And that has never happened. So I'm pretty pumped, and I know that the CBD has something to do with that. So then after the 10 days, and I'm just repeating that day after day and having flex foods in between. So today I've had some apple, I had some watermelon and some cucumber. No, celery, not cucumber yet. And that's it, along with the shakes and the aminos. So not feeling hungry, not, loads of water. Haven't really thought about it much because I've been busy. So then on day 11 through 30, I'm doing I'm still doing the Biomedic loading dose. So I'm doing that 2 of them twice a day. And I'm doing the Power Shake once a day. And then the cherry and the fiber at night. So for me, I have a hard time doing the fiber at night. So I just do it in the middle of the day in my Power Shake. And then I'll be having same flex foods, whatever I like from the list, and then I'll have a flex meal. And then days 31 through 40, pretty much it's the same, except that I'm adding the super cleanser back in, because the way that works is you can be on the super cleanser for 10 days, killing off parasites and pulling those out of the body, and then you need a 20-day break from that, and then I can do it again. So this day 31 through 40, that's what that is. So for me, I'm trying to get my pH balanced. I'm trying to rid my body of as many toxins as I can safely, and so I can still function during the day. I can tell you that after going through Lyme disease and Babesia treatment and herxing, that this is nothing compared to that. So I may have a few cranky days, but I've done this before to a certain extent, and I would say that the majority of my issue personally is that I'm addicted to sugar. I have been my whole life, and it's everywhere, and it's in so many things. So you have to be so super conscious, and it's so easy to slip back into bad habits. And for me, the other thing is that I have such strong emotional ties to foods that are not good for me that I do a lot of emotional eating, and I don't even realize it at the time that that's what's going on, but I completely do that. And sugar is such an easy one to do that with. And as hard as I try to eat well, I definitely slip quite a bit, and I eat things that don't serve me. So I would say that for most people that do any type of cleanse, you've got to be paying attention to the emotional stuff. And that's what I'm definitely going to be paying attention to in these 40 days, because at the end of the 40 days, the goal is to have rid myself of as many toxins as I can, and to get myself back on the path of that healthy lifestyle. And the only way to do that really is to be super honest. And I have not been doing well. Way better than I had in the past, but I've dealt with some pretty big things, and that's okay. Things happen. So I'm just going to keep keeping record of this so I can look back on it, and so that other people can see it and know that it's not the end of the world if you have some setbacks in your health, as long as you're advocating for yourself and you have a plan and you recognize it and you move forward, instead of wallowing in the crap that happened and feeling overwhelmed. It's okay to feel overwhelmed as long as you're willing to do something about it. That's my personal opinion. So here we go. And each day, I'll be posting these videos, but to be completely 100% transparent and honest, I hate doing the videos. I hate it. I hate how I look. I hate how I sound. It's why I avoid it. Sometimes when I see other people's videos, I'm annoyed because I don't want to listen to them. So I've avoided doing this stuff. I'll post all day long and I'll chat with people and I'll hop on the phone. I hate doing the video stuff because I don't like how I look. And I realized I really have to get past that. In order to help myself and help as many people as I possibly can, I have to get over that and not think about that and just do the work. So here I am, and I will see you tomorrow, if not sooner.